What's up, everybody?
What's up?
Welcome back to the Hargests on Deck podcast. I'm Brandon.
I'm Ashley.
And this is the show about what exactly?
We're still trying to figure that out.
We are. If you guys think of any fun catchphrases for us to say, we'd love to hear them. But yeah, we're a husband and wife. We talk about life. We have all kinds of fun. And I used to be in a band. So that's the catch there.
Yep. And I did not used to be.
You used to be all kinds of...
Well,
no, that sounds like you aren't anymore.
I want to know.
You say all kinds of fun, but you're still all kinds of fun.
You used to be fun.
No, that sounded terrible.
Time,
it's already a train wreck here.
ago.
We're going though.
We should start over.
No, we're gonna keep going. This is where it is. This is how we start this thing.
Wow, this is painful.
We appreciate you being here and listening to us. This is our 9th episode.
Yeah,
I think, if I can count correctly. And we've been having a lot of fun doing this. But we ask you guys constantly, what do you want to hear us talk about? What do you want to see? Because we're on YouTube. If you haven't heard or seen us there, check us out on youtube.com/Hargests on Deck. And if you're listening to this, aloha. We're on all audio formats, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the different ones in between. So check us out there as well. But we ask you guys, what's the one thing you want to hear us talk about? And it always seems to be the same thing. What is it, Ashley?
What is it? Well, first they ask, how does Brandon get such a nice beard?
I don't think that's at all what anybody asks. That's
the number one question we get.
This is not a fantastic beard by any means. I feel like that was also a dig at my beard. Is this something I need to change?
No, I love it.
Do you?
I always love a little scruff.
I did have to shave my neck a little bit because it gets a lot out of hand sometimes.
Yeah, no, I like when you have a little scruff.
I appreciate that.
Okay, fine. That's not the number one question.
I was going to say, nobody asks that question.
Well, they should.
This is not a beard to be proud of right here.
No, I love it.
Oh, you're buttering me up.
Butter you up like a biscuit. I'm hungry. Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh, the number one thing that we are asked by far is you guys want to hear anything and everything about Jump5.
That's right. Not a surprise.
It's a great topic.
I was in a band called Jump5 back in the early 2000s. If you didn't know, if you're at this podcast, so you probably knew that. So we get asked a lot of questions. I know, it was first time speaking, I guess. We get asked this question a lot, all kinds of fun stuff. So we figured it'd be fun to talk about that today. But before we jump into that, how was your week, Ashley Dawn?
My week, wow, using the middle name.
Using the middle name there. Throwing that out there.
My week, well, it was very similar to your week and the boys' week because we were all sick together.
Yes, we were.
It was a family affair.
It was not great.
No, it wasn't. We all came down with some sort of rough cold. I don't know. Yeah,
it wasn't too crazy. It just wasn't fun. So if we sound like we're super congested and stopped up, that's because we still are.
Yep.
But no, it's thankfully it wasn't too bad. It was really just, it just kept us home all weekend. We were supposed to go somewhere this weekend. We were supposed to go to the Ark.
I know, we talked about it.
We
last
did,
week on
and
the pod.
we had to cancel our plans just because we wanted to make sure that we were feeling good before we took off and drove all that way up there.
Yes. So we're going again soon, though.
We are going to go again. We hadn't gone yet. We're going to try to go. Hopefully very soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of the things about being sick this time, though, it was really tough, not to get a little bit more, serious, as I laugh. We had a scare on Saturday evening. So we have 3 little boys. And we had a moment where you're in the middle of the night, you're sleeping, you're in a deep sleep, or at least I was, and one of your kids wakes you up and is not feeling well, but not like, I have to throw up or something where, my tummy ache. It's having a coughing fit and I can't breathe. That was one of the scariest things that night because you were ready to go. You were in mom mode. You were like,
I was.
I hear this. She was up, ready to help out. I was still kind of...
Let's do this.
Yeah, I was still kind of groggy. Like, I was still trying to wake up and not really sure what was going on. But Mason, he woke up and he wasn't... Like, he was coughing so much that he was I think he was kind of panicking as well because he hadn't experienced like that, but he was trying so hard to get a breath, and he was
coughing so hard that it was making him throw up.
Yeah.
Because of how hard his coughing was.
Yes.
So then everything was getting really tight.
Mm-hmm.
He was getting panicky. And
yes.
so.
And I think he was more scared than anything. I don't think there was actually, something that was crazy happening. It could have been, but it was something that when he said the words to me, because I think you were trying to get something from downstairs. So we were trying to figure out what to do. Do we rush to the hospital? Do we, try and give him something to calm him down? What do we do? And I think you were trying to get something, and I was holding him just to try and calm him down. And he was saying, "Help me, I can't breathe." And that was definitely a moment where I woke up and was just like, oh my goodness, what's going on? And it was a little scary that night. Thankfully, we were able to get him to calm down and catch his breath, and he was able to relax a little bit. But yeah, for a little bit there, we weren't sure if we were jumping in the car and rushing to the hospital, because it was that scary.
Yeah,
so
it was. I know the boys have had bad coughs before, but not where it really affected
prevented them. Yeah.
So thankfully he is good now.
Yeah. He went to sleep, woke up, was totally fine. It was just hearing that.
He fell asleep on you, and I stayed awake and watched him the whole night and just listened to his breathing, because even when he first fell asleep, I could tell he wasn't breathing that great.
Yeah.
So I just stayed up the whole night, listening to him. And so,
well, it's something too, hearing him say that, because he's 7 now and he's able to communicate what he's going through. Unlike, maybe Lincoln, who's 3, who probably couldn't communicate what he would have been feeling if he was going through something similar. And to hear him say that was like, oh my goodness, how do I help you? How do I do this? As a parent, you want to make sure your kids are taken care of and healthy. And it was pretty scary that night.
It was scary.
So,
yeah. He was having a panic attack and I was having a panic attack.
But again, he's all good now. Everybody's back to normal. So thankfully, we're doing,
I don't know if we're back to normal.
I would say back to normal, but we're feeling better.
I don't know what's before normal, but
yes,
we're there.
We're getting there. I'm feeling better. Sorry.
I really need to sniff, but I don't want to do that on the microphone.
Yeah, for the audio only listeners, that's not great to hear.
I'll just suffer.
You struggle.
For you guys.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I don't have one of those cough
Take
buttons that you can push and cough or sneeze or whatever they call it. Sneeze button.
There's that?
There's absolutely. When you're at a radio station or something, they have these buttons where you can mute yourself. I think it's a sneeze button.
Oh, okay.
Where you push it and it just mutes your mic so you can go. Yes.
That's
great.
What a great invention. I was going to say I wouldn't know because I've never been on the radio, but actually I have.
Oh. Do tell.
Well, we're talking about Jump5 stuff today.
Let's start with you.
I was on the radio for anytime I hear someone talk about Paulsbo. Where was that?
Oh yes. I don't remember what city or what state that's in. That's terrible. Is it? I don't want to throw a guess out there in case I'm wrong. Is it Virginia?
I can't remember, but anytime I hear that.
It's
or
terrible.
Northwest
Geography.
Washington or something like that. I think it was Northwest Washington?
Let's tell the story because people are wanting to hear.
I recorded a, what do you call it? Radio spot? Or
it was like a liner, not a liner. It was a radio spot.
It was for a commercial for
for Jump5.
Promoting a Jump5.
The farewell tour, right?
Yeah, I guess it was the farewell tour.
Yeah, because we did that all on our own. That was.
So I recorded some of those, and
that's not true. We had promoters, but.
Oh, the song that was playing during the line that I was saying.
You say goodbye, and I say hello. I
Jump
started way too.
Coming to Northwest Washington. I forgot. Every time I hear that song, I play that line in my head. I don't remember the full thing that I said, but and then Paulsbo.
Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know.
You pronouncing it incorrect.
It wrong on the radio,
you might have. Well, we know something about
and no one
pronunciating.
showed up to the show because they had nowhere to go.
They had nowhere to go because they were like, "What's that town she's saying?"
Go to Paulsbo, wherever that is.
We know something about mispronunciating. Is it mispronouncing? Wow.
Oh.
Language is hard, guys. Mispronouncing. Did I say it right?
Mispronouncing.
Mispronouncing. Oh man, I need to go back to school. mispronouncing words.
Not pronouncing correctly.
There you go. A bunch of kids, trying to sing Hawaiian. Yeah, a lot of people told us we were not saying some of the Hawaiian words correctly. But you know what? That's what happens when you get a bunch of kids from Tennessee to sing a Hawaiian song. That's for those who don't know what I'm talking about or referencing, Lilo and Stitch. It's a Disney movie / show. Check it out. We sing the theme song for the TV show, and we did one for the movie, and we sing in Hawaiian.
It's a great song.
Yeah, just basically trying to relate to you. I know what you're talking about.
Yes. Well, you don't have to. You already relate to me with Jump5 because you are Mr. Jump5.
Well, no. But again, the radio spot.
Oh, you're talking about pronouncing.
Yes, I was.
Yeah. Anyways,
I feel your pain.
Okay. Yeah. I think I remember Derek Bruner was there.
Yes, he was.
He was the one, I think, telling me what to say or something.
Yes, he was directing that.
And then you
I
were
think.
there.
I was there too. Did I do any of them? I
actually think you did.
I think I did some too.
Yeah. Oh, and Derek for sure did one because I remember hearing his voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember the actual tag.
Derek Bruner was their
our manager.
road manager.
Yeah. Well, he was our manager at the end there.
Okay.
Straight up, just manager.
Straight up manager.
Artist management.
First road manager. Then
correct.
Manager. Okay.
But if anybody knows what we're talking about, one of those spots, those radio spots for our farewell tour, the hello and goodbye tour.
I wonder if we could.
I feel like if you have a link to one of those, send it over. We'd love to reminisce because that was a long time ago.
Paul Spo is.
Yeah, I really want to find out. And if I had my phone with me, I would just look it up real quick. Alas, I do not. So I guess we're gonna go through this podcast not knowing where this place is. Technology. Anyway, yes. So you were on the radio through a radio spot, which is awesome.
Yeah, good times.
Good times.
Great oldies.
Good times.
Good
well,
times, great oldies.
I am sorry that... What'd you say?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I just went on and you're still laughing.
I just have to apologize. I feel like I'm so out of it right now.
It's okay.
I have not slept much this week.
We are not only
I'm a little out of it.
recovering from not feeling well. It's also very late at night. That's when we got to get our filming done. It's when the kids go to bed.
Feeling kind of cloudy.
Yes, we have to do this, or else you see kids running around screaming in the background while we shoot this, and we want to be professional.
We're so professional.
Yes, so that's why we're a little tired here, a little drowsy, but it's okay. The show must go on.
Show must go on.
Yes.
Always. All right, ladies and gents, this is going to be the Jump5 segment.
Yes.
Of the pod today.
The Jump5 segment.
Yeah. And just so you guys know, just so you keep coming back for more, we're going to be sprinkling Jump5 in throughout all the podcasts, lots of podcasts.
All? You're committing to all?
No.
It probably
Lots
will come up.
It comes up all the time because it's such a big part of your life.
Yes.
So we're going to always be having stories, Jump5 stories.
That was a weird way to say it, but yes, we're going to always be having stories.
Always be having those stories, those Jump5 stories.
Yeah, we'll share some stories from the road, things you guys haven't heard possibly in the many interviews and behind the scenes stuff we've done. We did shoot an entire... We called it a documentary, and it ended up kind of being that. We are going to put that plug in there. Last year,
plug it in.
We shot a 20th anniversary of our first record, and it was a great time to reminisce with the whole band and share stories. But we've done a lot of that, and we're going to share some things that you may not have heard. So
yeah, there was a lot that was not shared on that documentary.
Yeah, so we'll have things. Feel free to ask questions too. Hopefully we'll get to all of them if we can. But yeah, I guess you are the interviewer today.
I am the interviewer. You are the interviewee.
That is correct.
And let's do this.
Let's do this.
So I don't think you have ever talked about this on our channel, in any of our videos, on the documentary, anywhere that I remember.
Okay.
And to me, it's a very interesting thing that you guys did. And I think that people would want to hear about it.
Yes.
So tell us about this. What are we going to call it? Jump5 boot camp? Did it have a name?
No, it didn't have a name. A boot
But it was
camp.
like a boot camp,
Yes,
right?
it is not what you think. It wasn't like Jump5 does, teaches boot camp or whatever, and we do all this stuff. No, we went through a boot camp.
Yes.
So this was later on in the Jump5 timeline. I think it was probably closer to like the second to last year or so.
Because we were together when you
We
went.
were, yes.
Where was this?
This was in Florida.
Okay.
So at this point in time, we were about to shoot our second Christmas album. I know, shocker. That's not crazy. We actually we recorded 3 albums, Christmas albums.
3?
Technically, the third one was a remaster and reconfiguration of the second Christmas album. It just because. But this was right when we shot. I keep saying shot. It wasn't a video. When we recorded that Christmas album. And it was right around the time where we ended up working with Johnny Wright as our artist manager. He was the guy that did Jonas Brothers and NSYNC and Janet Jackson and all these other artists. He worked with a lot of them. Backstreet Boys was a big one, I think.
What did he do?
He was a manager.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for listening to the story halfway in.
No, I heard
It's okay. It's okay. You're asking for the people listening because I'm already going on too long.
In case you guys
I got
missed it.
In case you missed it.
I don't know. I was thinking he was a producer.
I mean, he's probably done that in his life. But he was, he was a manager, and we worked with him, and he had his own compound down in Florida, and it had a bunch of stuff. I mean, crazy build. Well, it was a place. It's a house essentially, and it had all kinds of stuff in there. It had a bowling alley. It had a whole pool. It's more than just a pool. It was like this whole grotto type thing. It was like all these rocks. It was really cool.
Did he live there?
No, I think this was just to like take artists down there and do some. There was a whole studio there too, yeah. And so it was one of those things where I think trying to get to know us and know the situation, he had some of his people work with us and kind of put us through like a 30-day boot camp to kind of get us into shape, even though it sounds like we weren't in shape. I mean, we definitely were. I still don't know why we did this. We were kids. We were like, cool, let's do whatever. We're going down to Florida and we're going to spend a month at this compound and it's going to be awesome. And so we kind of just went with it. But I still don't really understand the reasoning behind it. But we did it. We went down there and it was definitely a challenging point in life as I think I was 16, 17, I don't know. It was around then. Oh no, probably a little older than that.
17 probably.
Yeah, because last year I was 18 or so. Okay. I feel like around that time, something like that. And we go down and when I say boot camp, it was like boot camp. We had a personal trainer that came over to the house and worked with us, I think multiple times a day, getting up crack of dawn. I mean, up and working out at 6 a.m. and doing this every day. Cannot eat what we're used to eating. We're a bunch of kids. Eating healthy was not in our mindset at the time.
Where did you get the food? Did people like cook for you?
No,
we
definitely, it wasn't that fancy. We didn't have a chef. No, I think we had to go to the grocery store and like figure it out. And we had basically handlers that helped out and kind of because the personal trainer was not there the whole time. It was there for I think 2 to 3 times a day. He was there and he was keeping us on track. And
if you saw someone stick a box of cookies in the bag, he'd throw it out.
I mean, you can't do that. Okay. You couldn't do that. But there's more to the story later. Okay. So stay tuned. One of the things I remember the most is so I know that I've put on some of the dad weight nowadays, but early on back then, especially in Jump5, when we're constantly dancing and moving around on stage, just sweating, singing, doing all kinds of stuff, we were in shape. And I was a lot skinnier back then, or at least I feel like I was. No, I was. What I was saying, I'm sucking in right now. But I was a rod. It was very skinny, and doing a workout and working out as intensely as we did, my body wasn't really used to that. I remember the very first day, I think the trainer's name was Tony. And Tony, he was great.
Tony.
Yes.
Tony.
Yes.
Isn't that the guy in Heavyweights? Is his name Tony?
I can't remember. Oh, you're talking about Ben Stiller's character? Yes.
He just like.
I feel like, yes.
Is it Tony?
I can't remember, but this Tony, he was cool, and he was we liked him, but he was tough, and he was making sure you stayed on top of it. Well, I remember the very first day we're working out and we're going strong. First day, I don't remember how long it takes, how early on, maybe an hour, not even an hour. I ended up throwing up the first day, literally just like. I am working hard, and I'm like, what is wrong with me? I am not out of shape. Why am I throwing up in the first day of training? Like personal trainer coming in and getting us, working out and everything. And it's embarrassing to say the least. But I end up, I threw up and I'm just like, oh, this is ridiculous. Cause I don't like to quit. I want to keep going. I want to do my best. But it was one of those moments where I'm like, wow, this is pretty humbling, me doing this. And, we this is a 30-day program. That's a long way to go. And yeah, Tony, I guess, kind of figured I was probably the weak link there, because here's this kid throwing up over here, at the beginning. But
did he
one
say
thing,
snap out of it?
I don't remember much about that.
Sympathy?
I don't think there was a lot of sympathy, because even though we paid for him to be there and stuff, he's still a trainer. He's trying to get us strong. And so, yes, I felt like, wow, I am just a weakling here. And, but not to jump too far ahead.
Just jump 5 steps ahead.
Oh, that's clever. It's not clever at all.
Sad.
Well, I'm just saying, I've said that so many times.
You have?
In so many words.
I don't think you've ever said it. I think I just made that up right now, and it's genius.
Ooh,
just
that's
give it
awkward.
to me.
I'll give it to you. Anyway, we are doing this. It's one of the things I remember the most from this. But I'll actually save it to the end. I don't want to jump ahead.
Right.
But we do this.
Keeps people around.
Yeah, exactly. There's more to that story at the end. But we do this whole thing, this whole training regimen, but we're also recording at the same time, trying to work on vocal. It's not just getting in shape there. We're also working on our vocal lessons. We're actually recording and writing at the same time. I'm in college. You were writing
and recording?
We were doing all of that.
I remember that.
We were writing and recording for our first Christmas album.
When did you sleep?
Second Christmas album. That's the point. We had to go to bed. There's a lot to do there. On top of all that, I'm in college. And I'm doing schoolwork. It kills me when you have a place like this where you have a bowling alley and all these fun things to do in this house. And every time that we're not working, I'm over there trying to learn how to do school, how to do college. I had FOMO. I get FOMO a lot. Yeah. I had FOMO for sure. It was tough doing all that. I did it the whole time. The whole time I was doing school.
Man.
Yeah,
I
not
feel
fun.
For you.
I know. It was rough.
Yeah.
But we're doing this whole process, and one of the things, actually, I was talking to Brittany about this earlier today, and I remember that, again, you couldn't eat whatever you wanted to. You had to eat healthy. No sugar, no nothing. Well, they did we did get to go to Target one of the days, and I think they let us buy some sort of like cheat food or something. I don't remember exactly, but we were able to get some kind of cheat food. I stored up some cookies myself.
Oreos?
I actually don't remember.
You weren't as into Oreos back then, huh?
I think so.
He's a big Oreos guy.
I'm a big Oreo guy.
Oreo guy.
Oreos?
Oreo.
I
think it's without the S.
You've distracted me with Oreos now. I don't remember what.
But
kind
you're
of
just a big cookie guy.
I'm a big cookie guy.
Cookies.
I do.
That's your favorite dessert, right?
It is, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
But we were able to get some things, and I did have my little stash secretly. Don't tell anybody. I think I had. You weren't
supposed to have it?
I think so.
Brandon.
I think so. I did good the whole time. There might have been.
You did good the whole time, but you had the stash?
Just like like the whole time. Just like
tap into the stash?
Maybe. I don't remember.
You do good the whole time?
I did good.
Guys, we're finding things out.
I feel like I did good most of the time.
Johnny,
I'll tell
you. My man, if you're watching.
Towards the end.
Now you know.
I'll tell you a little bit more about how that ended.
Mr. Johnny Wright?
What? Mr. Wright?
If he's watching.
I doubt
he knows
he is.
now.
Well, I don't think he cared, honestly. He was not involved at that
Tony.
point. Tony might have cared at the time.
Tony would have cared.
Probably doesn't know who we are nowadays. But
Good
no,
old
there
Tony.
was a point though, and I was not the only one that had a little cheat treat as well.
Tell on him.
Well,
who was
I
it?
think we all. I think at
All
one
of
point we
you?
made cookies one night.
But you were allowed to.
I think we were allowed to. But we got down to the last one, and Brittany was trying to, jog my memory on this. And I guess we all ended up fighting over the last cookie. Like there was one left, and somebody could smell it. I don't remember exactly, but we all kind of fought over it because it was that bad. I mean, again, I remember one of the things that I actually still to this day like is because we could only eat certain things. I remember making bread or toast in one of those is it a toaster oven where you have like not a toaster but like a toaster oven where you put something in.
Yeah.
We would I think we put like garlic powder or something on the toast, or I think we could have butter. I don't remember exactly. It gets a little foggy, but I remember we were making toast.
This is
and
what
putting
you
some
ate,
garlic.
like that was approved?
Yes.
Okay.
And I did that. We had that. And I still
Just
make
bread. You
garlic
just ate
bread.
bread.
Yes.
All week?
No, but like I just remember that was
else
one of
did
the few
you eat?
things. I don't remember. One thing I do remember eating is like one of those breakfast bars that you could eat. I remember eating a lot of those.
But you're like working out so hard. So like what kept you fueled?
I don't remember. I'm telling you, this was such a tough time that I don't remember much about the specifics. I just remember key things here.
I remember like we didn't even like text a whole lot during
I
those
know,
30 days
I
because
know.
you were so busy.
So busy. We had so much going on.
Yeah.
We had
We didn't,
costume fittings for. We did a photo shoot out there too.
wow.
I forgot about that. I also remember that for the photo shoot, I think there's a picture out there. I don't know if I can find it. I'll throw it in there. But we had a picture for a photo shoot wearing these outfits, and it was 30 days out there, not doing anything but working. My hair had gotten so long. I have never seen my hair as long as it was. I've got to find this picture, but it was crazy. I mean, it was like it was down to here. So it was
Didn't
tough.
have a barber out there?
I don't know what we were doing. Anyway, but to go back to the training for a second here, the reason why I say I did good, I did well, is because by the end, by the 30 days it was over, we were, we had to do cardio. It was part of that, running circles and all that stuff, and trying to run,
And you had to
out
sing
of
while
breath,
you ran,
had
right?
to sing while we were running, all this stuff. By the end, the 30th day, I'm running circles left and right.
Wow.
I'm going. Nothing can slow me down. Tony told me. He said,
That was for you.
thank you. I appreciate it. He said I was the most improved
There you go.
for the whole thing.
You start
And I was
the
like this.
lowest?
See, I feel like part of
There
me is
you
like,
go.
it was not intentional, but I feel like me throwing up on the first day kind of lowered the bar to give me a little bit more of a runway.
That's a great.
You start real low.
Tactic?
You start.
Is that the right word?
Exactly. You start
Yeah.
super low. You set that bar so low. Then when you get to that point, you just look like you've gone so far.
You're incredible. Yeah.
But I got the most improved because at the end I was
amazing.
cardio was running around for an hour. Nothing. It was
Yeah.
nothing. It was easy.
Wow.
So I was happy with how I ended the whole situation there.
So how much did you guys write while you were out there?
So we wrote and recorded. I was say we recorded. We didn't record the whole album. We wrote most of. I feel like. You know what? No, we didn't write the whole album out there. As I'm remembering things, we actually recorded and wrote a lot of these songs later on. But we did do some. What am I saying? I kept saying Christmas album. I'm sorry, I'm remembering now. It's all coming back. We didn't record a Christmas album out there. We recorded a song.
Did you even go to this place
I don't
in Florida?
know. No, okay, no.
Does it even exist?
You know what's funny is if
Johnny Wright who?
If
This is all true?
if Brittany or my fellow Jump5 members are watching this far into the video, they're gonna like, what? They've been saying the whole time, we didn't record a Christmas album out there.
They
What is
say,
wrong
get
with you?
that guy out of here.
We didn't,
You don't
guys.
know what he's talking about.
But we did record a song that we wrote called Both to Blame. That
Okay.
was written and recorded out there. And I'm just now remembering.
What album was that on?
It wasn't on an album.
Oh.
Oh.
Where can we find it?
I don't know. And
Nowhere?
It's out
Has
there.
anyone heard it before?
People have heard it. We
Give us a little.
we actually
give us a little
did not
something.
realize this.
Let me see if I've heard it before. How's it go?
I'd rather not.
We know
It's not-
Both to Blame is in there somewhere. How's
Yeah.
it go?
Some people might like it.
You find the
It wasn't
key.
my style of song. I don't even know if it was a Jump 5 song. Da, 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 da. I don't remember how it goes.
I'm just wondering if I've heard it before.
I don't remember, I don't remember how it goes.
Would Siri know if I asked Siri?
No, and let's not, just in case. Da, 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 both to blame. Da, 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 da. I can't even pretend.
Maybe there's a song I haven't heard before.
You wouldn't.
I've never heard it before.
You have heard it.
Okay.
Going back, okay, I found this out last year. I forgot that we actually performed that song at many shows. I say many. It was in the last year or two.
Did you perform them at Mickey shows? Or just many?
Wow. I got to give that to you. That was pretty impressive.
I tell you all the time, I'm just here to impress you.
You caught me off
That's why
guard
I'm
with
here.
that. That was good.
To impress you.
Wow, that was very good.
Thank you.
It was very good. Very quick-witted. Anyway, so yes, I lied to you earlier, and I apologize. It was more of a misremembering. We did not record and write a Christmas album.
Right.
No, we did.
I am so confused now.
Wait, we also...
Get Brittany on the phone.
We also recorded some... Yes, we did. We recorded Rock This Christmas there.
I don't know what to believe now. Did you?
We're gonna rock this Christmas all night long. We did
one.
that there.
Well, cool, but did you?
Guys, I am losing my mind. We recorded Both to Blame, Rock This Christmas. What's the one that sounds like Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers? Kenny Loggins? Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers. It's the pack the bag da 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 da. I would give anything.
Oh, that's
I
good.
can't sing it. Just to be home. Oh, I can't remember. This is, guys. I feel like a terrible singer
like that
now.
song.
My throat. I can't sing right now. Da 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 da.
How's the chorus go?
Da da da.
Oh, like
I was trying to sing
that is
it
the
for
chorus.
you. You can't. I'm sorry that I can't sing right now because of my congestion. That you could not even understand what I'm singing.
No. I know what song you're talking about. But
This Christmas Day.
Oh.
I started in a really bad key too. Don't judge me.
I'm not judging anyone.
I can't. No, I'm not gonna do it.
But I
I'm
know
not
what
gonna
song
do
you're
it.
talking about. I love that song. Yep.
Just to be home.
So you recorded that one.
Yes, I'm trying so hard to
Keep
sing.
going.
I can't, and I'm failing every time, and I'm only digging this hole deeper. I'm just gonna
go
give up,
for it.
and I'm not gonna be able to sing this to you guys tonight.
Go ahead.
No, I'm still sick. So we recorded this Christmas Day.
Okay.
This Christmas Day. I don't know. Rock This
Next
Christmas.
Day.
I think Both to Blame was also in there,
Last
and then we
Christmas
also
Day.
did. You were stuck on that. We also did a hidden track that was
Wow.
featured on.
Did you find it?
You got so many jokes tonight. I don't even know what to do with you.
I feel like my head's underwater right now.
It was a hidden track called
good.
"Nothing Like You."
Okay.
I was gonna sing it again, but it was a little too high in my register. If I could, then I would show you that.
Oh, yeah, I've
life
heard that song.
Could only be you and me, and I know there isn't anything I wouldn't do. I see now I'm singing the harmony. Be with you. It's nothing like you. Nothing like you.
I think so. Yeah. I know that song.
That was a hidden track, I think, on I think it was. Anyway, I am so all over the place. I hope this is
Why do they
entertaining.
call them hidden tracks when it's on there?
Because
it's not doing much hiding.
You know why?
You don't have to
I will tell you why.
Look far.
Do you remember CDs and cassette tapes?
Like, it just plays nothing for a long time.
Yeah.
Why
and
is it do
it's
that?
not on the... for a special... Why are Easter eggs a thing in movies? Why are things...
That's different.
People
This, you just wait for this empty space.
I take you back to young Brandon listening to CDs.
You liked
full
that?
of, oh my
to
goodness.
sit for how long?
Oh, it's not a matter of
long do you
sitting.
sit?
It's finding something.
Are you standing?
You're just cutting me
you
off. I
standing
can't
for
even
this?
express my joy here.
Are you pacing the room?
Oh my
in
goodness.
anticipation?
Think back to young Brandon sitting there listening to a CD and then getting to the end of a CD and waiting for it to start over, but yet it doesn't. And it continues to play. But wait, the back of the CD case says there's only 11 songs. Why is there silence
They
still
lied.
here? Why is it still continuing to tick up and up on the counter?
Your heart's beating a little faster.
Am I discovering something that other people have not discovered? Is this something that only I and the artist share
And
here? This is extreme
Twitter didn't even exist. You
excitement
couldn't
that you're
even get
feeling.
on to share about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, to your surprise, 30 seconds, a minute later, you hear a song that is not on the back of the CD.
It's nowhere.
Hence the name Hidden Track.
It's not even in fine print.
Nope.
Really?
It's just a moment that you have listening to this favorite CD of yours. I don't know.
This is deep.
That's my moment I share with you.
So you were all about the hidden tracks.
Absolutely. I'm about that kind of stuff. Finding something like that you just didn't know it existed.
Well,
come on. You don't
now-
have the internet like you did back then. You're discovering these things out as you go.
Well, and I'm realizing that I might have missed out on a whole lot of
Absolutely. You
things.
Why do people wait to the end of movies after the credits? They're wanting a
I only do it
hidden
because
track.
you do it.
Well, yeah, because there's a hidden thing at the end nowadays.
Well-
That's the fun part. It's like, oh, what is there? And sometimes whenever you have a CD that doesn't have that, it's like, they missed a moment there. There was an opportunity.
I get why it said hidden, why it's called hidden. I thought that like everyone knew it was there. You just had to wait extra
No.
time for it.
Okay, well, as years went on,
And the
and
word got out.
iTunes became a thing. It was very hard to do hidden tracks in iTunes because you pay per song. You could buy the whole album.
So they're saying, why am I paying for 12 songs?
You know, some CDs, some artists that
Well,
tried
it
to do
says
that.
There's 10.
Well, you couldn't do it.
Oh.
You would see the hidden track
Oh.
because it's a song there. Some artists tried to do it, did not do it successfully, because I've seen some tracks that had like just silence in it because that's how the CD was. You couldn't do that. That was terrible. You can't pay for silence on a track. But you know, back in the day with CDs, it was easy to do that.
Unless people
to hide it in there.
have very busy lives and they will pay for silence. You know, just
that
to
makes
sit in peace.
no sense. I have no
you know,
idea.
A very loud, busy, noisy life.
Just
and they
turn it
wanna
off.
Put on headphones.
No one. I don't know what you're saying here.
Well, that would work too.
Yeah,
If they were alone.
Your plan there is completely out the window. Anyway,
All right.
I think
Yep.
that
I didn't
was
think that one
a
through, but-
special time
Okay.
that you can't do nowadays as much. So, and not only do you stream per track nowadays, you buy per track, you stream on Apple Music and Spotify, and you see the track list there. But on top of the internet's there, so everybody would ruin the surprise anyway. So
No surprises anymore in
it's an
2022.
art form that is lost in the music world, I think. But we had a hidden track. I feel like I pushed for that too, because it was like, we got to do this, guys. We're gonna do a hidden track. I don't know.
So
Maybe not.
did you guys know about this? Let us
I'm
know.
sure you did. I'm sure people knew about it. It's probably not as crazy as I make it out to be. But back in the day, I loved that. It was awesome. So
Did you tell us who ended up getting the cookie, the last cookie?
I don't remember.
I don't remember
I don't
either.
remember. Somebody did. It was there's.
Oh, I'm saying I don't remember if you told it. Oh,
No, I didn't.
You
tell
don't
you.
remember-
I
you
don't
did-
remember if who got the cookie. I do remember that I probably had my own
I
stash,
really-
so
I
I
need
wasn't
to
as.
know.
I probably wasn't as eager to get that last cookie because I had my own stash. I feel like. I feel like maybe I
whoever
didn't.
wasn't eager to get the cookie,
The cookie.
they for sure had a hidden stash.
Maybe.
I think.
Well, I will say it was definitely an experience that we had as a group together.
You come out much better than going in.
I hope so. I would like to say yes. Again, going back to the why behind it, I don't remember the why we did it. I mean, we were definitely in shape back, but it was towards the end of our time together. It was, like I said, we had a year left. We actually ended that, and I don't remember what else came from that relationship, but somehow we ended up changing management companies and going with Derek and ended up going on one last hurrah, a farewell
I was gonna
tour.
ask before you stop talking about
Okay.
Johnny Tsunami.
Johnny Tsunami. That's a good way to
What's
say
his
it.
Didn't you? Maybe you've mentioned this before, but I don't know if you've talked about this event. But was it when y'all were with him that y'all went to this event in, I don't know, was it California or something, with all these other like, who all
I
was
think it was
it?
A Time for Heroes. I think is what it was
Was
called.
that with when you were with Johnny?
Johnny Wright. Yeah. I think I'm trying to remember when. I would say probably.
Or how did you get that?
It was a Disney event, and a lot of big artists actually were there, and
it
not
was
just
more
artists.
than artists. Yeah, it was like
actresses. Yeah, exactly. A lot of different sports athletes. That's a weird way to say it. You could just say athletes. Sports athletes. That's weird.
They did sports and they did athletics.
There was a lot of cool
and
things.
They were athletes.
But there was a lot of cool things. We got to see. I mean, of course, back then the High School Musical was a big deal. So Zac Efron, Vanessa Ann Hudgens, they were there. You had Ashley Tisdale,
Joe Bros,
the Jonas Brothers, of course. We had Miley Cyrus was there back.
You should throw up the picture.
Yeah, I should throw up the picture. If I
there.
can find it, I'll throw it up there. But we have pictures with them. I mean, we ran into people like Hurley from Lost, Jorge Garcia. Rachel Bilson, Tony Hawk. Not Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Was Tony Hawk there?
Yeah.
Yes.
You
I'm
had a
trying to
picture with
remember.
him.
Do I?
I'm pretty sure.
I feel like I can't remember.
Or Shaun White.
Not Shaun White.
Not Shaun White.
Not Shaun White. No, just he wasn't there.
Sorry.
You okay there?
Yes,
there was a lot of people. I mean, there were tons of random people there that you would say, oh yeah, I remember seeing them. It was really cool. We got to meet all these people, and we performed at this thing too. There was a red carpet thing that we get to do interviews and walk this. But it was, I think it was for like a charity type thing, and we got to perform up there on stage for this event, and we had a good time. It was awesome. We get to experience that and meet a lot of people and. Fun times.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't know if that was when y'all were with.
Yeah, I feel like
so.
it was probably around that time. I'm sure someone can correct me because my mind is a little bit mush right now, and also trying to remember
Aren't
back.
all of ours?
Yes, but it was a lot of fun there. We had a good time, but there's tons of stories like that.
Yeah.
I feel like we'll leave you with that.
That was some good stuff. That was very.
I hope so. I hope it was coherent. I hope you guys were not lost in the middle of my misremembering.
No, I think that that boot camp was just
boot camp.
We're calling
Jump5 boot camp. Yes.
It's so interesting and intriguing.
We didn't even talk. I know I mentioned Photoshoot. We had Photoshoot there. We had all kinds of different things going on. I mean, I remember there was a lot that happened there. So
yeah. Yeah.
That's a Jump5 story. For you guys to hear. That's a weird way to say that. If you want more of that kind of stuff, please come back for more and let us know what you think. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Please hit subscribe if you haven't already done so to let you know when we post, which is usually every Wednesday morning at 5 a.m. So it's there ready for you to wake up and enjoy for the day.
Yeah.
Also, leave a comment down below and let us know what you'd like to see or hear in the future. And like the video so it lets YouTube know that people want to see more of this stuff. And if you're listening on audio only, please leave a 5-star rating and a review if you don't mind. We really appreciate that. It helps us out. Thank you so much for listening. We are going to do more of this in the future, so come back for more. And I hope you guys enjoyed reminiscing the Jump5 days.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I'm glad you did, because I feel like I was talking so much this time.
It was good stuff, man. It was good stuff. So, going back for
I hope you're not lying.
I think I'm going to go to bed now.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.
Woo!
Bye!
See ya.